Yeah, this is going to be fun. She can land here first because it will be easier to do so. Done. No, I think we're gonna do the general leading off again. Coming for me? Yes, you are. Sorry, but you don't know where I am. Stupid idiots. It also causes them to generally jump. As soon as you land, you head back to help slightly disorganize Miranda to get ready to infiltrate the Federation. To your surprise, when you reach her room, you see her all packed up and dressed in common Federation clothing, ready to go. Once I reach a terminal, she tells you with a smile, I will authorize some money to be transferred into your account. It's the least I can do to repay you for all your help. No outsider has done so much for our nation. Very few Polarians will have ever done so either. A lot of people have been questioning whether Miranda had made the right decision, Rihanna continued with a small, shrewd smile on her face, when she called you Orihara. I must admit that I was one of them. But now that I've seen you in person, I can see that she may very well have made the right call. Still, there is much to be done before you can prove yourself worthy of that name, but you may just be able to do it. If any further Mohari require transfer into Federation space, she tells you finally, Miranda will place a message for you in the various mission BBSs throughout space. As she walks away, you realize that her initial disorganized appearance was some sort of test, one which you somehow passed, despite not knowing its exact nature. You have never misjudged someone so completely, and that dawns on you that this just demonstrates the level of training that the Mahari have achieved. Still, this question of why you have been named Orihara continues to hang over your head. The more comments you receive about it, the more questions it raises. Obviously, it is something that is fairly important, at least to the Polaris, as apparently a fair few of them have heard about you receiving that name, and you have been discussing whether or not you are worthy of it. You resolve once again to ask Miranda the next time you meet her. Okay? So, let's plan my trip because this will probably be painful if I don't. 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Leave. Yeah. Get out of there. Just coast and jump. Didn't realize we'd gotten here. Okay. I don't think there'll be any missions here, but is there. Done. Yep, leave. And let's go around a bit. And I'm not entirely sure which one it is. For our show. Is that one. There you go. Outfitter, nothing. Can I get another bio, really? I can't hold anymore. That's okay. I can sell that, and those don't take up space. Yeah. That's just helpful. Mastery tool. 10 tons of free mass. I sell the Wrath Cannon. Which I don't really use anyway, but I didn't check the mission BBS. Hurry, accept, leave. I'm gonna accept that one. And accept that one. Okay, so I have okay. This is short. Hera, message from Miranda. Revelant has managed to pass on supervision. Whereas there, I need to go to Veruku and Verukai system, which I think I'm already actually going to. That's good. Now let's accept that one as well. Done. So I'm all going to the same place. As soon as you open up your hatch, you are greeted by an intense-looking gentleman with inky black hair and incisive gray eyes. He steps forward and shakes your hand. I've heard a lot about you, Orihara. He begins with a kind of intense casualness. All of it good. Thus far, Miranda's naming of you has been proved right. You look at him for a moment to gauge his temperament before asking him if he can enlighten you about the importance of the Ohio business. He looks at you for several seconds before replying. No, I don't think I can, he tells you quietly. I want to give you every chance of proving yourself worthy of the name given to you, and I don't think that you can do that if you are forewarned and forearmed. Not that I actually know that much about your trials to come. The future is far too fluid, and prophecy is such an imprecise art. Not even the Velos have ever mastered it completely. In the meantime, he asked, changing his subject, when do we leave? And then the other one gets off. So, he's 2 tons. Come on, man. Lose some weight. And he's anything I can pick up on the way up? No. I have to take him to New Babylon and Ezra Primus. Seven. Love to come around the top, but that's a bit of a pain in the ass. 10, 11, 12, 13. I can do that. That's not hard. And then we wait for them to come. I'm a little ways out, so I expect it'll take a little bit of time. But they'll come. Yeah, there are ones coming. He's gotta be pissed at me. There we go. There's a couple gunboats. And that, I believe, is probably a carrier. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm not... That Federation reinforcement fleet is not a good plan. This is where we need to go. New Babylon. Stupid fucking space station. Freaking carrier. Oh, and the Velos there. That's not helpful. Yeah. This is not going to be fun, to say the least. I saw that coming. And I'm the whole way back here again. This is why I stop out there. Yeah. So, let's just go and see if I can do this. New Babylon is the annoying one. Damn rage gunboats. Which is not where I need to go. There we go. Managed to get going slow enough that I could actually land. On your long journey into Babylon, you get plenty of chance to talk to Mudren. You learn that he is one of the oldest serving Mohari alive, at 185 years of age, and that has been a full Mohari for over a century. He tells you a lot about how the things that he's done in his lifetime. You're impressed by his absolute selflessness of his existence, and you tell him so. It is not enough, he tells you, his intense grey eyes growing sad. My shame is still yet unpaid. As you press him a number of times to tell you more about being called O'Hara, but each time he gently puts you off. Finally, in disgust, you give up and ask him instead about his comments regarding the art of prophecy in the Velos. Many Polaris are telepaths. I am one, as is Miranda, he explains quietly. Although none of us could ever rival the Velos in power or skill, some telepaths are actually capable of looking into the future, and although it is still misty and a little vague, that this is what we call the art of prophecy. Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, few telepaths have this ability, he continued explaining. No Polaris has ever been able to deliberately seek a prophecy, although it is believed that some of the ancient Velos could. However, even the prophecies of the ancient Velos masters were always vague and usually hard to understand. Very little is understood about how the art of prophecy actually works. The Badet have been studying it for centuries, and thus far seem no closer to an understanding than they were when they started. Mudren shakes his head slowly with a quiet smile, as if laughing at the art of the nature of life. When you finally get to New Babylon, he helps you with your post-flight routine before shaking your hand and saying goodbye. Thanks for your help, he tells you with quiet sincerity. You have become something of a irreplaceable resource with all your skills and experience. I think that you will yet prove worthy of the name Orihara. So, I don't think there's anything here that I can't get elsewhere. I don't need any more jumps. I have my afterburner, and I don't want any of their weapons. Can I? Can I? That would get me to Earth. I'm not interested in landing on Earth, though. I think I'm gonna go the back way. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not the back way. clear route. So we're going the front way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There only should be one more of these missions. Okay. And again, why do I bother looking? I will accept that. It's 100,000, so I... Yeah, they come right behind me. I did manage to destroy a carrier. And they give me 100,000 credits. That's nice. And there's no missions here. And there we go. Malevolence investigation is coming up with a few too many blanks. It's almost as if somehow evidence is being deleted faster than we can find it and follow it up. I need a new approach. Interested? I accept. Miranda. In the past, I've occasionally gone to the Federation myself to scout various things, and however I found myself drawing a blank, I would always go to see one man who somehow would without fail push me in the right direction. His name is Eamon Flanagan. He is the leader of the Wild Geese, a mercenary outfit based on New Ireland in the Tuatha system. Very few people are as well traveled. He is called Arkadar by the Aurorans, and is acknowledged by them as a warrior and a master of the Heron style of martial arts, or as knowledgeable about the political state of the Federation. I want you to find him and ask him if he can help us out with any information regarding the Bureau. Chances are he won't tell us anything straight out, but he might suggest a way for us to find out what we want to know. Treat him with the utmost respect, as he's one of the most skilled warriors around. Even the Nickel Moria speak of his deeds with open admiration. And I'm going to see the Wild Geese. 2, 3, 4... 5, 6 is the easiest. 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's go. soon as you land, you head straight to the Doctor Master's office and ask about where you might find Flanagan. You're you are surprised to be told detailed instructions on how to find his office without him being asked why. As you head off to follow the directions given, you cannot help wondering about why such lax security surrounding the leader of a military force. Questions are answered when you reach his office and enter see a man wearing a savage tattoos of an Auroran warrior, dealing out a beating to 4 young men in wild goose uniforms on a large square of padded mat. The ease with which he is humbling highly trained soldiers speaks volumes for his personal level of security. As soon as you enter, he calls a stop to the proceedings and tells his young students to take a 15-minute break before coming over and shaking your hand. I am Eamon Flanagan, he introduces himself in an impossibly deep voice. You must be this Orihara Murata keeps telling me about. Care to join me on the mat? Time after time he makes you submit or collapse in pain. Never before have you felt so inadequate. After what seems like hours, you start to discern the edges of your awareness, a series of swirling patterns. Wherever you concentrate them, they seem to slip your grasp. But the longer you spar, the more certain that somehow Eamon is deliberately guiding this somehow, the somehow spiritual pattern to help him maintain dominance. Not long after you make this realization, Eamon stops. I think you have been named well, he informs you in a slow, thoughtful manner. Nobody has ever become aware of the weave so quickly. I will train with you for the rest of today, he tells you in a voice loud enough to reach the 4 students that had filed back into the room at some stage while you're sparring. And tomorrow morning I will meet you in the bar. I will try to answer the questions Miranda wants you to ask. In the meantime, he switches back into training. I want to show you a few techniques. So, bar. When you wake up the following morning, you decide that you never felt worse in your life. It seems that as if every muscle, sinew, and bone in your body is in excruciating pain. You decide that you have nothing to lose, so you go through the series of limbering up exercises that Eamon taught you yesterday. And surprisingly enough, in about half an hour, you feel relatively okay. You walk down to the bar where you recognize Eamon sitting at a dark table at the rear of the bar because of the intense stillness around him. You cannot read the weaves, as he calls the way he views the universe, but you do know that nobody else around has the ability to control the space around them as utterly as he does. I wasn't expecting you to pick me out quite so easily, he congratulates you as you sit down. The speed with which you have picked up what you have is almost alarming. I've never even heard of someone learning to discern the weave so quickly. But tell me, why are you here? He goes on to ask. What does Miranda want to know? You quickly outline the reasons behind the Polaris investigation of the Bureau. After giving him some of the details of the operation, you finish by telling him that Miranda's comments and asking him if he can be any help. When you finish, Eamon leads back his head and looks down at the table. She certainly can pick them, he mutters quietly, shaking his head smiling. I take it the Morahari have been concentrating the major centers of Federation space. You nod, to which he shakes his head before continuing. The Bureau doesn't operate out in the open. They'll never find out much doing that. When you get back to Miranda, tell them to put somebody on New England. From there, they should be able to get onto the right track. In the meantime, he tells you, rising, I suggest you keep practicing your new skills. And I would look at training with the Nickel Moria as soon as they could definitely teach you a thing or two. So, let's go back. I'm going to become a Superman again. Not incredibly surprising, but I need to go back more hard. Warrior. I don't remember how many this is, but it's more than I should be doing with my tanks if I didn't have the recharge. 14 jumps, and I still have 3 in the hopper, and I would probably be able to do 5. To the long journey from New Ireland to Moorharrow, you while away your hours doing the exercises and practicing the techniques taught to you by Eamon. With a week, you notice a definite improvement in your power and your speed. Day by day, you find it easier to focus on the patterns that surround everything around you. By the end of your journey, you can open your mind to the spiritual realm at will with only a few seconds of concentration. Never in your life have you felt more alive. As you apply your way down to the surface, as you've done on 1,000 worlds before you, you decide that if you ever get the chance, you will follow Eamon's advice and train with the Nilka Moria. If anyone can teach you more about the skills you have only just begun to learn, it would be them. Now that your mind has been opened to you, you want to explore much further into this new universe that has been shown to you. When you land, you are met by Miranda's dark hair and pretty face. Before you can even begin to ask her about the O'Hara business, she holds up her hand and stops you short. I can't explain right now, she explains in answer to your unspoken question, which startles you until you remember that Mudren said she was a telepath. I haven't slept for over a month now, and if I didn't need to hear Erman's answer in person, so that I could act upon it immediately, I would be off trying to get tie up about a dozen or so of other loose ends. Now, what did he say? You keep your peace long enough to tell her of the suggestion that she place someone on New Eden. While she contemplates this answer, you open up your mind to become aware of the weeds around her. Without warning, she stops talking, and you sense the pattern around her as she's aware of what you're doing. I see you got more than just an answer, she says shrewdly. Keep checking the mission BBSs. If I need you, that's how I reach you. After this one, I think there's a mission delay. No, there is not. But it's only 45%. Where is there? No. Your road. Down here is the closest place I can go to. It has a mission computer that I can use. Mission BBS. Oh, look! Message from Miranda. While I'm looking into the info given to us by Flanagan, the Nickelmore have sent word that a number of Auroran ships have begun gathering in the Fallen system. Are you prepared to go and have a look? Currently, our long-range scans have detected a sustained buildup of activity in the Fallen system. The Nickelmore have learned to trust you after your efforts in defending the border against the Federation. Okay, sorry. The Nilkamoria having learned to trust you after efforts to defend the border against the Federation, would like you to land on the Fallen station that is in the system. They just want you to have a look around, but stay on your toes. The Orans are a tough bunch, and they like to test themselves against us, for they deem us to be worthy opponents. Yeah. Fallen is down there. Let's go. Just because I don't want to have to. I don't think it'll give me anything. No, it will not. I can't buy any more of those. I don't have space. That's why. Let's go over and have a look at the volume system. Fair enough. That's a little more than testing. I'm sorry, but it is. Most of them will leave. Some of them will not, but most of them will leave. See, they're stuck there. Or no. Oh, that's not cool. You're just freaking sitting on top of the station. Yeah, it's right there. Stupid asses. Really? You guys are asses. You really, really are. Yeah. I can destroy you. I just choose generally not to. Okay, let's try this again. You stupid, stupid fuckers. Yeah, I'm not very happy with them right now. Too far away. There we go. As soon as you land, you are met by a single, elderly Oran warrior who appears to be covered in tattoos from head to toe. So the Polaris have discovered us here again, he mumbles quietly. Your people are indeed resourceful. As he talks, a steady orderly stream of warriors exits surrounding buildings until you are facing exactly 100 Oran warriors. Still, the original warrior ruminates slowly. It will be interesting to see if they have as much warning this time if we launch the uh, immediately and destroy their spy. He looks at you and smiles almost wickedly. Don't worry, he intones arrogantly. We won't cut you down here. It isn't really a fair fight, but we will. But you will leave this place immediately, and we will pursue you. With your fancy ship, that's fair enough for my standards, and we'll see just how capable you Polaris are. With that, he nods to a couple of warriors who walk you back onto your ship and close the hatch behind you. As soon as you get back to the bridge, you resolve to try to head back to Nilya, Nil Crow system, simply because it's the closest Polaris system. As soon as you begin warming up your engines, you hear the radio buzzing with an alert call from the or or it's informing all ships that you're to be destroyed. Okay, that's the way I go. Sure, catch me if you can. Get out of the way. They will destroy you. And all their warriors are dead. So let's use my chicken little tactics. As soon as you land, your ship is surrounded by Kopnickel warriors who are all awestruck at the damage to the various parts of your ship. You really are an Orihara, says one old warrior as he looks up over your ship. Who else could have survived with with his level of training? Perhaps Master Orlando should hear of this. He turns to you and looks you up and down. Not only do you have a good heart, he comments quietly, but you have good skill and more than a touch of luck about you. It appears that you are capable of putting the rudimentary weave skills that you have to good use. Now, while your mission was technically a failure, he smiles gently. A donation of 100,000 credits has now been transferred into your account for the efforts on your efforts on the behalf of the Polaris. Very few people have the heart to do what you did, and even fewer have survived to return to us. So you'll find that we will do what we can to look after you. Hopefully, he grimaces, the money should cover the expenses to put your ship back to health. How she survived that beating, I have no idea. One final note, he finishes seriously. Apparently, Miranda wants you to continue keeping an eye on the mission BBS around the place, in case she needs to contact you. Yeah, nothing. Great. So, faster. Actually, that would be faster, but And let's jump. Trade center. Mission BBS. That's on the other freaking. No, it's over there. No. I want to actually go here. I don't think I can trigger it anymore, but I'd like to. It's not here anyway. It's up there. Nope. Oh, I will take all of these. Don't care where it goes. Oh, it's there. Done. Leave. That's not going to be an answer. Can I figure it out? $12, 25, and let's see. Biochem ends. Nice bar, no. And this one's even less, so. Let's zoom in so I can see. And I'm just basically trying to trigger that. And in the meantime, doing the most expensive passenger runs I can. One, two, three, four. We'll actually buy a couple of Rathy. Yay, 600 of them. They're very... I don't actually really like them very much. They're missiles, but they're better missiles than the others. Triado and Triado. And that's right there. $15 and $12. Accept that and leave. Since it makes absolutely no difference anymore. I'm going to go with red. Blue. I lost. Done. And I don't know which one is Verplus Verash. That is it. See, it's a 35% chance. So, well, mission yes, no, red doe, she is there, leave, yeah. I do know where that is. I want to get close to Morale. So it says this is supposed to be a mission very BS computer thing. Let's see if I can trigger it. There we go. I've set a few things in motion. I'm now ready to act on Eamon's suggestion. Interested in helping out? I've been in contact with Malevolent, and he has managed to uncover some disturbing information from the Bureau that backs up Eamon's suggestion to place an agent on New England in the Wolf 359 system. Farron will be waiting for you to pick her up on Verar Nurit in the Verkar system. Vriakar system. If anything comes up between now and then, she will provide the details so that she can pass it on to you when you see her. Okay. Well, I may as well take the one to the system I'm going to. Done. Leave, and jump. Okay, where are we doing here? We're very close to the end. We're going to finish this one and probably get back to Polaris space and then I'm going to call it a night. So, upon landing, you are greeted by a stunning woman with ash blonde hair and big blue eyes. I am Mufarin, she introduces herself delicately, and if I'm not mistaken, you are O'Hara. You nod, wondering if she too is somehow testing you as well. As you think this, you almost reflectively open your mind and begin observing the way she moves the weaves around herself. Almost at once, you sense that she can detect you observing her in this deeper fashion, and you surmise that she is a telepath. Oh no, she shakes her head. added an unspoken question. I have heard a great many of your deeds, and I've heard even more about the way you're developing. I guess you could call me a believer of sorts. I think that you will become the Orihara the legend speaks of. In the meantime, she continues quietly with a slight smile. I believe we need to get into New England in the Wolf 235 system. White robed tape, thanks. Yeah, the 10,000. Yeah, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. More than capable of it. Dune. Leave. Attacks will start. And they're gonna all go crap. See, and the thing is, he's not going to go. So basically what I have to do is this. Get them to chase after me. I thought the darts might be that. That was stupid. Okay, well that ends it for tonight. I am gonna open the pilot before I didn't. Where did I stop? I didn't say stop anywhere. So great. That's it for tonight. I will. What I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna leave it till next time. Pretty much. I was gonna, if I finish this mission, do some cargo runs in the meantime, but since I have a mission outstanding, I don't think I'm gonna do that. So, yeah. Have yourselves a good